One more.
One
Okay.
more. Okay, welcome everybody to our September meeting. I hope everybody had a great summer. So I'll just do our land acknowledgement. The Durham Region Branch of Ontario Ancestors acknowledges that the lands on which we gather and where we work to preserve the records and family history of those who came before us are the traditional territories of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island First Nation, the Chippewas of Georgina Island First Nation, and a large Métis community. We recognize the lands on which we gather are covered under the Williams Treaties and rest within the traditional territory of the Mississaugas, a branch of the Anishinaabe Nation, which also includes Algonquin, Chippewa, Ottawa, Ojibwe, and Potawatomi. We honor, recognize, and respect these nations and Indigenous peoples as the traditional stewards of the lands and waters on which we meet. We have an agenda for tonight, and I will just do one announcement before turning this over to Thomas, and you'll have to stay and hear the rest of the announcements and upcoming meetings in the after the presentation. So I'm really excited that we are a stop on the Family Tree Maker Tour. Executive Director Duff Wilson and Genealogy Community Ambassador Mark Olson will present the latest features and innovations of Family Tree Maker 2024. Just a note, the release is called FTM 2024, even though it was only released this year. It's not a typo. This event will include interactive demonstrations with lots of tips, techniques, helpful insights, and question and answer with those in attendance. It is an in-person meeting only. You will need to register for the seat, even though it's free. The Eventbrite links are at the email on, or the URL on the slide. Don't hesitate. We have 100 seats, so sign up for your seat right after this meeting. There is parking at the church, and if it is full, you can park at the Oshawa Center, which is just across King Street, 1 block south of the church. We're at the Centennial Albert United Church, 19 Rose Hill Boulevard here in Oshawa. If you don't live in or near Durham Region or Peterborough area, Kawartha Branch is hosting with us. There are 5 other sessions in this tour, and you might have one close to you. So use the same URL. You can sign up for any of the 6 sessions, and the links are on the same page that I've got listed there. So this time I am going to stop sharing and let Thomas bring up his presentation while I read his biography here. Okay, let me go back to sharing. Okay. So moving on to some of my handouts or notifications. If you can't download the syllabus, like you're on a tablet or something like that, send me an email tonight or tomorrow. That's my email address, and I will get you the syllabus. And here we go. I have to give this notification. So notice is hereby given of the branch's annual general meeting, which will be held during our virtual November 4th meeting for the purpose of giving reports on our past 12 months of activity, and for my usual request for volunteers to join the team. It's a great team. I'm really excited that after, I don't know how many years now, the library team is pleased to announce that after several years of cataloging, our library catalog is now available in the OGS's master library catalog, found under the research tab on the OGS website. Our catalog contains 4,577 individual items including books, maps, atlases, indexes, family histories, methodology, township and county histories, the Ryan Taylor Memorial Yearbook collection from many local schools, histories from other counties in Ontario and across Canada, resources for most English-speaking countries around the world, newsletters and publications from many other branches and societies, city directories, telephone books, church records, and several donated phones of the original materials. So when you get to the Master Library catalog on the OGS website, and you want to see what our catalog looks like, go to this repository field, click in it, and you get a drop down and you can pick Durham Region Branch. Now, I know most of you are probably going to go in with either a title and an author, or maybe search a topic up here. But if you do see the repository of Durham Region Branch, you can reach out to us. We can look at it for you. And if you have a specific question, you could arrange to come in and have a look at it. And we are definitely available for any questions you have. So the OGS main webinar is this Thursday at 7 p.m. Kate Penny Howard will be talking about descendancy research. Often genealogists focus on building an ancestral tree for individual or a family. However, one may wish to research the descendants of a pioneer, a president, or a preacher in your tree or your hometown. Mapping all of the descendants of an ancestor, whether in a surname project or a DNA project, can provide a wealth of information. So bring your favorite note-taking tools and we will explore what you can gain from descendancy research and how you can help others. That's a lot to deliver, so join on Thursday night. I think you'll enjoy it. Our DNA special interest group this month will be meeting on Wednesday, September 17th via Zoom. Email at me at either of these two addresses in order to be added to our private email group. We do share our screens, so we like to keep our group somewhat private. I will be sending out a reminder email and the link to the group next week, so get your email to me soon. The Uxbridge Genealogy Group is got Catherine Wilson, the Director of Rural Diary Archives at the University of Guelph. She will be presenting on cooperative work during the pioneer years. Included in her presentation will be cooperative ventures such as barn raising, quilting, and threshing bees. Where possible, she will use information drawn from rural diaries, including those from Durham region where available. And that's in 2.5 weeks. So the Uxbridge Genealogy Group also sent me information that there's a new association of 5 historical societies, the Uxbridge Genealogy Group and the Uxbridge Library Genealogy Department, called North Durham Heritage. It's mostly about opening the archives in the summer, promoting their museums and archives. Here you can see a driving map to see specific historic points up in the north part of Durham. The area covered is the current townships of Uxbridge, Scugog, and Brock. And it's a brand new initiative, and they are promoting each other's events and sites. So if you have people up in that area, that could be well worth looking at. Although I have to admit, the museum and archive season is just about drawing to a close here in September. Now, Family Tree webinars, they're announcing their Webtember. It's free. It starts tomorrow. It's their annual online conference dedicated to family history and genealogy. 4 Wednesdays in September, about five lectures in each day. There's a lineup of expert-led webinars, and they have themes this year. 19 webinars in total. It's free. It's like a conference every week. Tomorrow, the topic's Germany. And next Wednesday, the 10th, it's writing and publishing. The 17th is about my heritage. And the 24th is about US records. So tune in 1 week or all of them and enjoy the expert lectures. Our drop-in virtual social is September 25th this month, 11 a.m. It's social conversation, questions, DNA, reminiscences, research finds, and we can even do some lookups in our library. Now that the weather's broken, it was very hot over the summer, and we didn't stay there too long. The sign-up link will be up on the Ontario Ancestors events calendar and also our website shortly. It's in another week or so. Everyone is welcome. Don't be shy. You don't have to be a member to look for some advice or to tell a story over your coffee. And sad news, the Lakeshore Genealogy Society that I promote their talks, they have folded due to a lack of volunteers. There are changes to the OGS website. It was updated this last month. They've moved 4 branch websites to the main website: Waterloo, Hamilton, Sault Ste. Marie, and Haldimand, Norfolk. Also, some OGS publications that were out of print have been added in the research resources. So have a look at it. It's been a nice refresh, and they've organized it very well. The new servers can handle the website's content better. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
Please mute your microphones.
Okay, let me see. Got a phone call. How I get back to where I was? Mute.
So they have a very nice new look to the website, and the servers are much faster, and hopefully that will take care of the slow loading of many of our databases. So, and just in yesterday, British Isles Family History Society of Greater Ottawa has announced that the registration for their October 18th and 19th conference is now open. The topic is researching the disadvantaged of England and Wales. It's $35 for members and $50 for non-members. And that's the website to go to. I can put it in the chat in a few minutes if you wish. Okay. And we're looking for visitors. Fortunately or unfortunately, fortunately we didn't get very many over the summer because it was way too hot in the room. Unfortunately, we haven't had too many questions and visitors, and that's a real shame. We have many resources that could be helpful for your research. We're usually open Tuesdays and Thursdays each week. It is by appointment only because the church congregation has folded and the door is locked all the time now. So we will need to know you're coming so that we can open the front door for you. And we're on the 3rd floor, so we won't hear you if you knock. If you can't make those times, contact Stephen anyway. Perhaps we can do some lookups for you or make some other arrangements. Our October 7th meeting's going to be Records and Resources for Durham Region Branch. It will be Steve and myself going over what's available. We are mostly going to talk about the old Ontario County, but we will expand into old Durham County that was folded into the Durham Regional Municipality in 1974. So join us for that. We will have a chat period in a couple of minutes if you want to stay on for that. As always, if you find what we've been doing and the speakers that we've scheduled are valuable, we invite you to go to our donation button on the left side of our website homepage and make a donation to the branch. We use this money for speakers for our meetings. The Canada Helps website makes it really easy to donate, and you will, over a certain amount, and I think it might be $20, but I could be wrong, you will receive a tax receipt by return email, which is very handy. That's our contact information. And I notice we've got a couple more things in the chat. I'm going to stop sharing and go look at what has been put in there. Pam is mentioning other option is to use the tools in your family tree software. I believe that's a comment back on our talk. I've used the task list in Family Tree Maker, tagging tasks by person and by repository, and the person notes in Family Tree Maker to note information that I need to return to. I also save the saved documents to a process folder at the top of my surname folders for each grandparent line. Find the systems that will work for you that achieve the same objective. And I know that Thomas would have definitely endorsed that, Pam. And Lois is saying thank you, and Pam is saying great speaker, great topic, thank you. So at this point, I would say that you could open your microphones, and if you can't open them, make sure you put that in the chat so that I know to go to your name in the participant list and see if I can do something about it. And you could even put on your video if you want, now that we're no longer connecting, the streaming should be able to handle it. And let us know what's on your mind. Did you have a great summer? Did you make a wonderful discovery? Did you visit relatives and find pictures you didn't know about, etc., etc., etc.? So and I guess I could say, did everybody get a chance to download the handout? I did put it in several times in the chat to everyone. So. Okay. So I have to confess that over the summer it was too darn hot. And I read books. I didn't really do a lot of research. Had my grandchildren to the cottage beginning of August and spent a lot of time floating in the lake with them. So that's my summer news. So by all means, open up your microphone if you have a comment to make. Sometimes we have great discussions and sometimes the chat time just falls flat. So. Okay, Kathleen got the handout. That's great. Thank you for letting me know, Kathleen. Perfect. And as I said, those of you on tablets, it doesn't seem to work, or didn't when we started using Zoom. So you can get an email to me. I did say I would copy that URL for the British Isles Family History Society conference. Let's go to send this to everybody. Let's put that in. So there's the clickable email or URL, not an email, clickable website page. Another, oh, there's Dan. Hi, Dan.
Yes, I was just going to mention that I was able to get another yearbook, the 1963-64 Curtis High School. Now, I didn't check the list that Steve has posted on the website yet to see if you already have that. And there was another interesting book, Cartwright Revisited 1983 Sesquicentennial Edition, and it's just packed with history of Cartwright Township.
So that's old
Another
Durham
one.
County.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So they can, if you don't have them, then we can put them in the library.
Perfect. Thank you for bringing us up to date. I can mention that we had 3 cemetery picnic days. I should have made a slide. The first one we went at the end of June, we went to Whitevale Cemetery, and oh my goodness, it was hot. I don't think we lasted much longer than about 3 hours. But then Janice, our coordinator, she went back and finished off the recording for us. July was really quite successful. It was a beautiful day. And we managed to do 2 of the Utica cemeteries, Bredalbin, which is the Presbyterian one, and the one beside Hillman, which is beside the United Church in Utica. And then the end of August, we did, 3 of us went to the other cemetery just east of Utica called Kendall Cemetery. It was another beautiful day. In fact, the breeze was actually almost on the cool side, which was wonderful. And so we got Kendall Cemetery done as well. So we've had now we have to type and double check. So I'm not sure when it'll be up in the second editions will be up in the marketplace, but I can tell you right now that the Whitevale Cemetery doubled in size. There's been that many burials in the last, oh my goodness, it must be 25 years since we did the original recording. So that was good.
Didn't you do another one near the Durham Forest? Where was that one? The most recent cemetery? I thought you had one after Whitevale.
We did the 3 Utica ones over to the July and the August recording sessions, picnic sessions.
Right.
But it was Utica. It wasn't near the forest. So, yeah.
Well, further down the road, you get to the forest, I guess.
Not sure. Oh, that'd be south of Uxbridge, would it be?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. When I was driving there, I had put in the address, but I got the same address, whatever it was on Goodwood Road, Uxbridge. And I came up Lake Ridge Road and I thought it wants me to turn left. That's not correct. And when I got to the Kendall Cemetery, I turned right instead, and I got to Utica and I got to the right cemetery. But it's the same address, only it's Port Perry, not Uxbridge. So maybe that's where your confusion came in, Dan. Because
Yeah, I thought I looked up the address too, and it was, if
Yeah,
you're
well-
driving west, it's before you get to Utica is the Kendall one, I thought.
no, yeah, well, it is when you're driving west from, let's say, Brock Road in Pickering. No, Brock Road in Brock Street in Whitby. I forget whether it's Road or Street. in Whitby, and you go up Highway 12 and you go west, and it is sort of halfway between Highway 12 and Utica itself. It's just east of Utica on the Goodwood Road.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay, I've put in two, I don't know why I want to call them emails, two websites. One is the British Isles Family History Society of Greater Ottawa, the FISCO, about their conference. The other one is the page on the OGS website to sign up for the Family Tree Maker Tour, which is Monday, September 15th in Oshawa, which I talked about at the very beginning. So I've had another thank you for the topic tonight. It's nice to hear Thomas, and I agree with you. We won't get him next year. He's retiring. So all the best to everybody. Cheers. And
Now, Nancy, before you go,
Yep.
Ann and I got our tickets for the Family Tree Maker at
tour.
the church in Oshawa.
Yeah.
And it was a bit tricky going through, what was it, Everbright is the ticket grantor?
Event.
It was a bit tricky, but we did manage to do it. I hope you haven't heard of other people having trouble.
I haven't yet. But by all means, let me know if you're on the call and you have trouble, accessing Eventbrite. Those links for the seats were created by Family Tree Maker company.
So they control all that, do they?
They do control all that. And I'll be touching base with Mark Olson just prior to get numbers. And we'll have a break in the afternoon. I'm planning on going to the Tim Hortons and getting some coffee and tea. And
well, I hope there's going to be enough signups that people aren't deterred by the process of getting a ticket.
Yeah. I got mine. It didn't go too badly, but if anybody has a problem, you've got my email. Let me put it in here. The chat keeps going to the person who last sent me a chat, so I have to keep changing it back to everyone. So it's,
well, it did sound like the Family Tree Maker improvements were considerable when I read through their claims of the new features on 2025 Family Tree Maker.
2024.
Oh, 2024 was it? Okay.
It took them the extra year to work out the bugs, I gather. Anyway, there is my email address, and if you have trouble with the sign up, let me know, or if you need the syllabus from tonight, let me know. And if someone doesn't speak up in the next 10 seconds, I'm going to end it.
I just want to say hello to my cousin Marilyn. We connected in the last during the summer sometime.
Oh, cool.
Which Marilyn? Which Marilyn is that?
Warboys.
Last name again?
Warboys.
Warboy.
Yeah.
This is from our Swinson line.
Which line?
Swinson.
Sounds good in Nordic. To go with your Ukraine.
Well, not quite.
Not quite.
Yeah. I just want to say over the summer, what I did was some of what you did. I did a lot of reading, and I also used Pro Tools to work on cleaning up some of the errors in my family tree. It's surprising when you go back to, the early, the early ancestry.ca, and you're anxious to just keep working on it. And there are a lot of additions too over the years. A lot of new records have come online. So
Yes.
and some have
Now,
disappeared.
Rose, your husband had an interesting story about the big number 3 at the gate to your house. to your home. There's a big number 3 there. And he had
Yes.
quite an interesting story to tell me at the grocery store when we ran into each other about that number 3, about it being the number 3 on a smokestack. There were 5 smokestacks or something in Toronto.
Something like that. I
Yeah,
forget.
and the inspector would look at the smokestacks to see which one was smoking the worst, and he could make a report on which one was causing the pollution at that moment. But I think that was the story anyway. And that's where that big number 3 came from.
We've had it a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were a
Yeah.
lot of, when the railway stations closed down, there were a lot of articles that people, sometimes they just lifted them, I think. Sometimes they bought them, clocks and whatever. And, you know, way back, we thought that, what was it they were selling the clock for? I forget, it was around $100 or a little over. And we thought that was an enormous sum of money way back then, but we
What
wish we
clock?
bought some
What clock was
railway
that?
clocks, you know, that were
Oh,
in the
yes.
stations. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Well,
we're,
I have one from an American warship that my father traded something for, a nice brass clock. So I don't know. It was a fair trade, I assume.
well, we're gonna do our show and tell in December, so,
Right.
and I'll probably
I-
I'll attempt the hybrid again.
I'll
Last
have to
year,
unscrew it. I'll have to unscrew it from the wall then
yeah, no, take a
if I bring
picture.
it in.
Take a
Get the whole story.
I just have a quick question if I can ask it.
Sure, go ahead, Verna.
Thomas mentioned that when he downloaded the image from the image that he had found, he got rid of all the numbers before the .jpeg or .png.
Yeah,
Um,
he gave it
Has
a,
anybody ever just kept those? Because I've kept them, you know, because I thought that if I didn't keep them, I might not be able to find them again.
oh, just a minute. I have to silence my phone.
So what did I miss? I mean,
Yeah. I agree with him. Change the title to something meaningful for your genealogy. The number of the image is not searchable on Ancestry, I don't believe. You'd be more likely to be able to
Well, I guess you search the text that you see in the image, right?
yeah. What you could take the actual URL, copy the URL that's up in the website name spot, and put that somehow with your image. Sometimes I found I take a Word document, insert the image, and then use it for use right underneath the URL of the actual page I found it on. Another thing that you can do is just above the image, there's kind of waypoints. So, you know, it'll say, you know, something like Ontario birth registrations, and then it'll say maybe the township or the county, and then it'll say something else. You can copy that and put it in a Word document too. It's just how you want to file it.
Yeah.
But I agree with Thomas. You've got to get the person's name in there, or it's a mess to try and find it in your own files. And
well,
that's
I've always put the person's name, their birth date, death, or whatever, and then the year of the item and what it was. But I had also kept those numbers.
yeah. I don't think
So-
I don't think you can search on Ancestry by those numbers. So I
Okay.
don't think they're useful to you at all.
Okay.
Okay, you could
Yes,
search.
thank you.
You could search using the URL, but you know, if they reorganize their website,
Yeah,
that could get blown away. But if you have your waypoints, do you want me to show what I mean about
yes,
waypoints?
please. Yeah.
Okay.
And also the URL is so long, like I
Oh,
don't
it
always
is.
know
It is. It's
what to
way
keep.
too long. Yeah. Okay, so I just get rid of that one. And I've got to get to my browser here and go to Ancestry. Okay,
So while you're looking for that, how much of the URL can you actually get rid of and still find the item later? Because it's so long at times.
I don't think you can get rid of any of it.
Oh,
Okay, so let me share. Google Chrome. Okay, share. So what's okay? Can you see it? Can you see my Ancestry page?
I can see your screen, yes.
Okay, so what's the best thing to do? Maybe go into my tree, pick a person that hopefully has some sort of okay. Oh, maybe my grandfather. Let's look at him. Look at his profile. Let's just grab one. We'll view that. So you get that first. And you can even copy all of that onto a Word document if you really want to. But when you view the image, see how you've got an 1891 Census of Canada, Ontario, Hastings West, Sydney.
Yes.
Okay, so you can just copy that. And then you probably also want to copy down the page number and possibly even like the line number. Well, let's see where. So for instance, page 7 and line 16. So, and that's where you find here's my grandfather and there's his siblings. So
that would all be part of the citation though, wouldn't it?
well, you could put that as citation. You could be, but that's how you would find it again. You go to the 1891 Census of Canada, Ontario, obviously, and that's the county, Hastings West, and Sydney is the township. And then you would get hopefully to like page 1 of this. Okay.
Right.
And then you would go to page like your old microfilm readers, you'd go to page 7 and you go to line 16 and you'd find it again that way.
Okay.
So these waypoints, the title of the actual data set, and then the waypoints to make your way in the set, or you could just search for Charles V. Wilkins, but if it's being mistranscribed, then you might not find it easily again, but if you have the waypoints, you can get to it.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so that's kind of, but I really don't, I mean, you could try it. You could try putting in the image numbers.
Mhm.
I don't think you can search on it at Ancestry.
But what I found is that if I save the image, for example, to my documents file with the with information about the family, then when I have to save the URL on a separate page.
Yes, you
Because
do.
other than that, it just comes up under my documents file.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so sometimes if I'm really energetic, which I can't always claim to be, I'll start a Word document and insert the image and then put all the other stuff.
Right, yeah,
So sometimes, or I'll do a screenshot
mhm,
that shows the URL
yeah,
and the waypoints.
right,
Okay.
exactly. Well, thank you.
Okay, so
Yes, thanks.
that's my tip for the day.
Okay.
Take what
Well,
you want. Take what you want out of it.
I'll take, yes, thank you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for that question, Verna. That's great. Okay, anybody else want to pipe in? Got a few others, thank yous and good nights and stuff in the chat. I don't see anything new, no new questions anyway. So anyway, I hope you found that useful, and don't forget to come back for research resources of Durham region next month. So I'm going to sign off now. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Nancy, it's Deborah. I just wanted to say my chat's been disabled, so maybe that's what's happened for other people, so they can't put anything in the chat.
And yet some people can. I don't understand that.
It happens to me quite often with Zoom, where it shows the chat's disabled, but they tell you to put stuff in the chat. You can't.
Yeah. Do you have the two area at the bottom of the chat list? Like, can you see anything?
No,
No.
I can just see a few things that were added in there, but I can't put it. I can't actually put anything in, any messages.
That is strange.
So when you save documents when you're in Ancestry, if you open that document, if it's a census and you go on the side where it says tools, it's like a little wrench. If you
Yeah.
click on that and you print, you can save, it'll show you that you can save the source with it. It's one
Okay.
of the options. So
Okay.
you'll have everything, so you don't have to. You should probably make a note of it, because sometimes those things change or things get lost.
Yeah.
But at least you have it on that document. And then you can add your page number, whatever other information you want on what you printed.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good hint. Thank you.
Anyways, I have to go. So thank you for your
Okay.
presentation, and enjoy September.
I'm looking forward to it, especially the Family Tree Maker tour in just under 2 weeks.
Yeah, I can't make it out there. I've watched some of the other ones that Mark's done on the 2024 version. So
Okay. Yeah.
and the webinar one, I'm at a wedding. I think the 13th, I'm at a wedding, so that's no option either.
Yeah. The
So,
Tuesday is up in Barrie. Wednesday, I think, is down in the Niagara area. Thursday is London, Friday's Chatham.
there was one in Mississauga too, but I missed that one as well.
Well, that Font Hill is where it is.
Okay.
Yeah, Font Hill. I don't know where Font Hill is. My understanding it's Niagara area, but you can correct me
Don't know.
very easily.
Anyways, good night. Take care.
Good night. Thanks, Deborah.